Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, it is so great to have you. I'm Antoinette, a New Zealander living in the beautiful wine region of Lower Franconia, Germany. I make a lot of cultural related videos. I love talking about my experiences as a New Zealander living in Germany, raising bilingual children. I love to talk about bicultural relationships, marriages. I talk about all my adventures in Germany, the good, the bad, everything in between. Lately, I have been thinking a little bit about some things that still really confuse me about Germany. I feel like so many aspects of German culture are just very, very logical. They make so much sense. But there are some certain aspects of German culture that I don't understand. Even after living in Germany for so many years, some of these things I still don't understand, and I've got a lot of German subscribers. I'm so grateful for all of my amazing German subscribers. You guys teach me so much and really help to make me feel more at home here in Germany. So maybe you can help me understand some of these things. Something I've noticed is that lesson times in Germany aren't an hour, they are usually 45 minutes, which I think is so random. So when I was at driving school in Germany, my theory lessons were all 45 minutes, and it always seemed a little bit odd to me that they don't just round them up to the closest hour. And also at school here, I've got two school-age children here in Germany, and my son's class finishes at either 11:15 or 12:15 instead of 11 or 12, or even 11:30 or 12:30. For me as a New Zealander, that would make more sense than quarter past. I don't know why that is, but it seems to be the case in Germany. And he starts school at 8 o'clock, which makes sense, but finishes at quarter past. Also, my daughter's judo training is 45 minutes instead of an hour. It just seems to be the standard lesson time in Germany. So can someone tell me why this is? It's like fine, it's not a deal breaker or anything, it's not terrible. There's probably a perfectly logical reason as to why these lessons are odd times. Also, appointment times in Germany are really random too. So I had a doctor's appointment the other day. It was just a checkup, and my appointment time was 11:44. Why couldn't it have been just a minute later to round it to 11:45? Don't understand that. I feel like this happens quite often with German appointments. They just give you really random, uneven times for appointments. I guess it's just a German thing. And with the German money, I've talked about this before, but like the 1 cent and the 10 cents, those little tiny coins were phased out so many years ago in New Zealand, but in Germany they still have them, and prices may be €6.51, and so a lot of the time you'll be at the checkout and they'll ask if you've got 1 cent, and you're rummaging through your wallet to find like 1 cent or a 5-cent coin, and I just don't know why they don't flag those all together. It just makes things really confusing and just a little bit fiddly and muddly. Okay, so something else that I don't understand about German culture is the fact that Oktoberfest is in September, but it's called Oktoberfest. This really threw me off because I wanted to go to Oktoberfest this year, and I've only been once before. I had an absolute blast. It was amazing, but I honestly did not know that Oktoberfest was not really in October, and I was planning on going really spontaneously. I just wanted to go with my daughter. I felt like getting dressed up and just enjoying Oktoberfest, and I realized I'd missed it, because Oktoberfest ended this year on the 3rd of October, but it went on for most of September. So I think that kind of defeats the purpose of calling it Oktoberfest when it's October right now. It's the 10th of October right now, and Oktoberfest is vorbei. It is over, and I missed it this year. I'm so disappointed. I'll remember that for next year so I don't miss it, but I guess I've been living in Germany for long enough, and I should know that Oktoberfest is not actually in October, it's in September. Something I don't understand is many Germans, I'm not saying all Germans, but many Germans have a really sort of outdated attitude towards foreigners here. I'm going to try and give you an example. Back in the 1960s and 70s, there were a lot of Turkish people who came to Germany for work. Germany opened their borders to, I think it was around 40,000 Turkish people. When I first heard a German saying the word Turk, I thought it sounded a little bit racist, but apparently it's perfectly fine to refer to a Turkish person as a Turk. It's not racist at all, so I'm gonna say Turk. I understand all those years ago why Germans called these Turkish workers Turks, because they were first generation Turks in Germany. But right now, fast forwarding to 2023, Germans still call third generation Turks in Germany Turks and not Germans. They are still not considered Germans, even though they are immersed in the German culture. They speak accent-free German. German is their mother tongue. You know, they still may speak Turkish, they may not, but most of them are completely fluent in German, but they're still referred to as a Turk. I don't know, I think that maybe they like to be referred to as a Turk, I'm not sure, but I just think it seems a little bit weird to call a third generation Turkish person a Turk. The same with Poles. Here in Germany, my husband was born in Poland, and so I understand, even though he's been living in Germany for the majority of his life, for well over 30 years, he's still referred to as a Pole, and I think that's understandable because he was born in Poland. But even like the third generation Poles in Germany are still called Poles. They're not called Germans, and it just, I don't know, I find it a little bit, I don't know if I like it. My husband is a German citizen. On his nationality it says German, but he will never be thought of in Germany as a German. He'll always be a Pole, you know, that Polish guy. The difference is, in New Zealand, we have a lot of different ethnicities. New Zealand is a huge melting pot. My great-great-grandparents immigrated to New Zealand from Lebanon, and my dad was a third generation Lebanese living in New Zealand, and he was just considered a New Zealander. He was not called a Lebo. He was proud of his ethnic background, but for the most part he was just referred to as a Kiwi guy. He had a New Zealand accent, he was born and raised in New Zealand. In Germany, I just feel like it can be really hard to integrate in that sense, because to be a German you need to be like pure-blooded German for people to think of you as a German, which is crazy because most Germans who take these ethnic DNA tests, some of them find out that they don't have any German blood at all. My kids sometimes ask me, what are they? Like, are they New Zealanders or Polish or German? I actually had a really interesting conversation with my daughter the other day about her identity, and she asked me if she was German, and I said, well, you were born in Germany and you have a German citizenship, so you're German. I asked her if she felt German and she said, yes, I do. And I said, well, I think you're German. That means you're German. And I think a lot of Germans may argue about that. They may say you're not German because you don't have German parents. What does it mean to be German? Does it mean you have to be pure-blooded German? Of course she has a connection with her New Zealand side and her Polish side also, but she feels German. And I think for someone to tell her she's not German would be pretty heartbreaking for her. I just think it makes it a little bit confusing for these kids who feel German, but they are still referred to as Poles or Turks, because their great-great-great-grandparents immigrated to Germany from Turkey or Poland or whatever. But something I also find interesting is if you read about famous celebrities who are from Germany, but they may have a different ethnic background, Germans claim them to be their own. If you're reading, for example, on Wikipedia about this person, they will say this particular person is a German sports star, and then later on they will talk about their ethnic background and where their parents or grandparents are from, but they are referred to as a German because it's, I guess, convenient, and Germans sort of pick and choose who they want to call Germans. Anyway guys, this video was pretty random, but I just wanted to get a few things off my chest. If you're German and you're watching this, let me know how you feel about these subjects I have spoken about. I'd love to hear your feedback in my comment section below. Thank you so much for watching, guys. If you enjoyed this video, then don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. I would love you to consider subscribing to my channel if you haven't already. Feel free to connect with me on Instagram, and I will see you again really soon. Bye!